Okay, JosefVStalin, and I'm making this vlog for one very important reason, and that reason is to give a big fuck you to NAZIJEWMASON. And let me give you a little background on how I found this guy's channel. I was talking with a friend, Erwin Rommel, and he got linked to a story on some, what's the site? I actually have it here. On the site called the GIDF, like the Jewish Internet Defense Force or some crap like that. And the story had linked to 750 Nazi YouTube channels, and his channel was on one of them, and he was apparently a Nazi YouTube user. And so I was bored, so I kind of flicked through a handful of them. I clicked through a handful of them, and most of them had absolutely nothing to do with Nazism. But I came across this guy, NAZIJEWMASON, and I just had to leave a comment with him because his page was just so ridiculous. So it was just just so retarded that I left a comment something like, something that's like, why are you full of such complete fail, or something like that, or why is your page full of such complete fail? Then he responds to me with this quite scholarly response here. I'll have to read it word for word because it's just so awesome. Here it is. It says, "Go play a video game and kept to yourself unless you have a point to your idiotic ideas of self. Fag, lol." That's quite a scholarly statement, my friend. And then he called me. He said that I gave up or something like that because I didn't respond because I had went to bed, and called me a French Canadian. So I'm making this video in response to you, and I'm going to go through your video and tell you a couple reasons why you're a complete and total retard. Alright. First of all, you've got a big picture of middle fingers here that says, "This goes out to all the communist liberal faggots out there." One thing, there's no such thing as a communist liberal. In fact, communism and liberalism are entirely separate from each other. In fact, a true communist would absolutely despise a liberal, and you can't fuse those two together because the ideological standpoints are completely contradictory. For example, communism is a very collectivist ideology that believes that all humans should come together and be live under a collectivist society, all working towards the greater good of one another. Liberals are the exact opposite. They're all individualists, that every human is their own little island and separate from everyone else's will, and you're allowed to do whatever you want on your little island, and you shouldn't be subject to the will of the collective, which is entirely opposite. As you can see, those ideological standpoints are entirely opposite. So there's no such thing as a communist liberal. So you can't so putting two middle fingers up for them is a complete waste of time. And also, you have an American tank in your background photo. What kind of Nazi has an American tank and is showing off American weapons of war? That's just absurd. That's just plain retarded. Another thing I can point to right off the bat is that you have legalization of marijuana thing on your page, and one, that's just any legalization of marijuana is just idiotic. But 10 times more idiotic if you declare yourself a Nazi, because doing something like that goes against the entire standpoint of what National Socialism is, unless you have no idea what National Socialism is, which you clearly don't. You think it's just a swastika and Hitler, and there's just so much more about that your mind probably can't comprehend. Well, let's see if I can sort of lay it out for you. National Socialism, in the same way, it's kind of like it in the same vein as communism. It's very collectivist, except for the main difference between communism and fascism is that communists believe we should all come together and work for the better of humanity as a whole, where the fundamental difference between that and National Socialism is that everyone is a group, a machine made to serve the country, and the country comes above all. And everyone is just this mass group that all works together in order to for the benefit and for the glory of your country. So it's very nationalist, very from the name, very nationalist, very patriotic. Country above all, country above your family, above your friends. Just it's the number one thing that you serve loyalty to, and you can't do that when you're stoned off your ass. Legalization of marijuana is in fact a liberal idea. So you, in fact, yourself, by wanting to legalize marijuana, are a liberal. You're the very thing you hate. You're a walking contradiction. What the hell is your problem? What is wrong with you? Just, oh man, you just... The contradictions you represent hurt my head. But I want all my subscribers who are going to watch this, I want all you guys go to his channel and just spam him and tell him he's a retard, tell him he's a moron, and until eventually he yields and accepts the fact that he is a fucking idiot. So it's all out war on you, Nazi Jew Mason. Your time has come. Yeah. Народный комиссар внутренних дел has declared war on you. Anyway, all that aside, I think I'm done with my little rant here. Thank you guys for watching. This is JosefVStalin signing off for now, and I'll see you guys later.